Hey everybody, welcome back to the COVID Cocktail Club. We are so excited to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo with you. Before we talk about today's cocktail, Jason and I want to announce something very exciting. I have been hearing a lot from you guys about wanting me to make a recipe book out of the cocktails that we have made. And guess what? We're doing it. We are going to make a souvenir book for you guys so everyone can remember their time quarantining, making cocktails with the CCC. It's gonna have in it all of the cocktails that we've made up to this point. That's 36 cocktails. I'm gonna have in all of the recipes and the riffs, like when Jason and I did 2 different ones, both recipes are in there, and photographs. So you guys will remember what it looked like and it'll help jog your memory. It'll all be in there chronologically so you can refer back to it throughout quarantine. It should, be a tool that will last well beyond this COVID business, and that we hope that you will reach for often when making cocktails for yourself or for family and friends, we hope. Even more exciting is that we have decided that any proceeds that we get from this book, we are going to donate to the James Beard Foundation. They are doing an Open for Good program where they are providing relief to hospitality workers in the restaurant and bar industry all over the country. I know they have given money to some of our very favorites here in Houston, so we love the work that they're doing, and we applaud them.
The most important thing to me, I think, that we want to share with you guys is it's not just a Houston-based thing. This is nationwide, so it's really going to help everyone out there, the bars and restaurants that you guys enjoy in Chicago or wherever you happen to be. It is a domestic thing, not just a local thing. So we wanted to pick something that everyone would feel like is being affected in a good way by contributing.
It's going to be a nice little pocket-sized book. It's about 6 by 6. About 6 inches by 6 inches. Nice paperback book that you can make your own notes on and refer back to. Please, I want to be able to order an accurate amount. So please order by this Sunday so that I can place an order Monday morning. Sunday, May 10th.
If you have any questions, let us know, but it should be pretty self-explanatory.
For our Cinco de Mayo cocktail, Cinco de Mayo, everyone's thinking margaritas, but we have something a little boozier in store for you.
It's sort of, it's like margarita's grandfather, but a sophisticated, hip grandfather, not like a stodgy grandfather, wouldn't you say?
I think it's what happens when it's like a Manhattan meets margarita, but it really lets all the yummy agave flavors shine that we all like and associate with today. Now,
the name, you may want to write this down. It's going to be really, really hard to remember this name because it's very creative. It's actually called the Cinco de Mayo cocktail. We thought long and hard about this one, did lots of research. So yes, it'll be very easy to remember. At its core, it's a margarita, except you guys notice there's one thing missing, our citrus.
There's no lime.
So it's a margarita without citrus, which is a key part of a margarita, so it's really not a margarita. It's
add in a nice liqueur that's going to give it a little bit of extra flavor that's going to feel very Texas?
Very what?
Texas?
Texas.
Mexico?
I was going more Mexico, but Texas is close enough.
This is made in Mexico, so let's go with Mexico.
Okay.
Jason and I are going to be making 2 different versions of this, depending on which Ancho Reyes you guys have. Because we told you to get the Ancho Reyes, but we did not specify which one to get. The cool thing about these liqueurs is they are liqueurs, so they are sweet-ish, but they are both really good. They are made with the poblano pepper, both of them. But this one's like a sun-dried, like a fire-roasted version of it. And Jason's is...
It's definitely more vegetal. It's almost like grassy. It's hard to explain until you actually taste it, but there is a clear difference. I was just thinking the best way I would describe the difference is when you say fire roasted, that to me is like a red salsa you get in a restaurant, and this is like a tomatilla salsa.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that is really like a green pepper, and this is a fire roasted pepper. Yeah. So both awesome.
And we also strategically chose those because you'll notice our tequilas are different, not just by brand, but I'm doing a Blanco, so it's a little bit cleaner, crisper, lighter. So I went with the more vegetal, the poblano, the green poblano, whereas Ricey looks like you went with a reposado.
I did, because I'm going to go ahead and use this fire roasted one. I think in order to stand up to the heat that this guy brings, I am going to pair him with the Reposado tequila. And in general, I think depending on which Ancho Reyes you have, I personally think that this guy works really well with most brown or aged heartier liquors. And the Ancho Reyes Verde that Jason is using, I think goes really nicely with other clear spirits. I think he really goes beautifully with gin also.
Yeah, it's a very good call. You'll also notice, and it would not be a agave cocktail without Mezcal with the CCC. So we both are doing Mezcal as well, just a little bit. Which one are you using there?
I'm using El Silencio. This guy's my new favorite. He's very smoky. I'm new to.
Yeah, Montelobos, which you have as well, I think, right?
I've had it before. I've stopped using it because I don't find that the Montelobos is smoky enough.
I was just going to say, it's a little more neutral. It's not quite as strong as that one, some of the others. So, but again, I think with this profile, I think it's a good blend. With yours, that's a good blend. So as you guys get more and more comfortable with, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I agree with that, but depending on what you're looking for in a Mezcal, if you're looking for a beginning sort of more neutral Mezcal, that's a really good one. It's also a really pretty bottle, the Montelobos. But once you've gotten your feet wet and you crave this stuff like I do, the El Silencio is really good.
And I was just going to touch on that. I think the more that you guys get comfortable, with the difference in the spirits, this is assuming you have both Ancho Reyes, you've got different mezcals, different tequilas, and you experiment, because this is not stuff that we just knew off the top of our head. We've studied really hard by lots of samples over time, and we've learned which profiles really marry well with each other. So but it's trial and error. Mole bitters, as you know, our favorite bitters, or at least my favorite bitters. Is it still yours?
I think so.
Yeah, it's just kind of a good, safe go-to. Goes, again, great with bourbon cocktails. Obviously great with agave cocktails. So that's a little icing on the cake. Let's make it.
Plus, this is a very boozy forward drink, and there's no citrus involved. We're not going to shake it. We're going to stir it. So get out your mixing glass. If you don't have a mixing glass, you can use the bottom of your Shakerton. And we're just going to build all the ingredients right in.
I've noticed since day one, I've never said anything about it. The metal shaker, you call it a Shakerton, and it sounds like it's like someone's last name, like John Shakerton.
Huh. If I ever write a novel, that will be my protagonist's last name.
You need to come up with a good first name that goes with it, like
Jen.
Jen Shakerton?
Jen Shakerton.
Okay. Before the end of the segment, I'll have a good one for you in a minute.
Okay. 1.5 ounces of tequila, Reposado or Blanco, depending on what your taste is. 1/2 ounce of Mezcal. 1/2 ounce of Ancho Reyes.
You can already see the difference in color too, with the Reposado and with your with the smokier Ancho Reyes.
Mm-hmm. And 1/2 ounce of agave nectar.
So yeah, it's two completely different drinks now.
Well, I think I like the simple syrup with yours because the agave nectar will mess with the color. 2 dashes of bitter mints. And this is not even a dashing sort of dash thingy. It's a dropper. So really just 2 droppers full. Add ice to your mixing glass and stir it.
Using a coupe? Yeah.
I am using a coupe. Yeah. Go ahead and strain it into your cocktail glass.
I'm using Nick and Nora. And Rice and I talked about this actually for a few minutes earlier about what's the right garnish for this drink. And I think we both landed on it's such a simple, sort of straightforward cocktail. Again, it's not meant to be like a fun, fruity, spicy cocktail for out by the pool. This is more of like an evening margarita. So we went with no garnish, just simple and clean.
I don't think it needs anything spicy. I don't think it needs anything sweet, certainly. And I don't want to introduce citrus. So if you did a garnish, it would be just for appearance's sake, I think.
Shakerton. I still need a good name for Shakerton. How about a Verna Shakerton?
I like it.
Like that? Okay, that's your character in your novel, a Verna Shakerton.
Got it.
And your husband, Nonino. All right, tomorrow, less boozy. We're going back to the kitchen. We're bringing some, it's kind of like a salad and fruit mixed together. We are bringing some, obviously gin. So our main spirit's gin. We're bringing in mint. We're bringing in cucumber. What am I forgetting? Lime. Oh, and a pepper. So yeah, a lot from the kitchen. If you have a habanero, that would be best. If not, a jalapeno will work. Any spicy pepper will work if you have one. If you don't, if you happen to have a habanero shrub that Bitterman's makes, that would obviously work as well. And we may or may not teach you how to make a tincture tomorrow. Get your lab coat ready.
We're learning new skills, and if you are from Houston, you may recognize this one from one of the big bars in town. That's all I'll say now. There's your teaser. But it's a favorite.
All right, Ricey Tankerton. I just said Tankerton. I feel like I've already had 4 of these. Let's try that one again.
Okay.
Okay, Ricey Shakerton.
Mm.
That way. Cheers, Rice.
Cheers, Jason.